Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Congratulations to the class of 2020, especially my granddaughter, Tara Knudsen.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Congratulations to the class of 2020, the phenomenal 2020.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
I pledge allegiance to the Warrior's Creed, to work hard and study that I might succeed, to encourage others and work together as a team that I might achieve my goals and fulfill my dreams, to display honor and courage and live by integrity, show discipline at all times, full of loyalty. Business is learning and learning is good, for this is my purpose, let it be understood. Committed to excellence and educated indeed, I pledge my allegiance to the Warrior's Creed.
Greetings, Superintendent Dr. Bridges, members of the school board, Mr. Cannon, faculty, staff, parents, and my fellow graduates of the class of 2020. I am Shawnette Motley, salutatorian of this year's class. On behalf of our class, I welcome you to our graduation ceremony. This is the moment we have been looking forward to for such a long time, and now that it is upon us, we are filled with excitement and sadness as well. This is a momentous occasion for each of us, for we have reached an important milestone in our lives, and I feel with deep emotion as we close this chapter of our lives to embark on another. We started out as eager but shy preschoolers. Now we are entering adulthood. Through it all, we have overcome many obstacles along the way, while at the same time experiencing many successes. Although we had hoped that our senior year would be the most memorable one, we never anticipated that it would be marked by the coronavirus, homeschooling, the wearing of masks, social distancing, and being quarantined. Yes, we can truly say it was indeed memorable, and that it is definitely ended it with a bang. However, there is a lesson to be learned from all of this, that life is so unpredictable and we must learn to adapt to it, whether we like it or not. In other words, we must learn to think outside the box. To our educational leaders, we say thank you for the knowledge, guidance, wisdom, and vision that you shared with us. To our parents and other family members, thank you from the depths of our heart for the love, support, and encouragement that you extended to us and for being our greatest cheerleaders. To my fellow classmates, let us cherish the many special moments we shared together and always keep them dear to our hearts. Let us all strive to be the best that we can be and have the courage to follow our hearts and our intuition. As the late philosopher and poet Ralph Waldo Emerson stated many years ago, what lies behind us and what lies before us are but tiny matters compared to what lies within us. We will not say goodbye, but rather farewell until we hopefully see each other again. Thank you.
Welcome to North Edgecombe High School graduation ceremony, home of the Mighty Warriors. Congratulations to our class of 2020. We are so proud of each of you and hopeful for your future success. I would like to take a moment and thank a few people on behalf of our graduates. Thank you to our Edgecombe County board members for serving our students at North as well as throughout our school district. Thank you and gratitude to Mr. Cannon, principal of North, and Ms. Joyce, the assistant principal. We appreciate your hard work and dedication to our students and their efforts as they have matriculated from freshmen to seniors. To the North Edgecombe staff members, thank you for loving our students, extending yourself beyond the traditional school hours and days to assure that students would be successful. And here they are on graduation day. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, our families, guardians, caretakers, and friends for supporting a special graduate throughout the years, making them turn the television off, put their cell phones down, finish an assignment, ask for help, and being resilient throughout the process. Thank you for being the kind of friend they needed to make good life choices and fruitful results. We thank you and appreciate you, and we sincerely ask that you continue to lead and guide them in the right direction. Anytime I see Mr. Cannon, I ask, how are you doing? And he responds, living the dream, Dr. B, living the dream. His response always makes me smile and chuckle. How positive and empowering that must be to recite every day that you are living the dream. What does it mean to live the dream? When I hear Mr. Cannon say he is living the dream, it indicates that he is living as he planned his life. He is connected to the right people to befriend, and he knows that friendship is essential to the soul. He is focused on a set of goals and priorities, and he is moving them forward. So North Edgecombe High School class of 2020, are you living the dream? What are some of your pertinent steps that will help you to be able to respond when someone asks, how are you doing? With the resounding, I'm living the dream. Let's talk about and lift up 3 things that can assure that you can live your dream. Number 1, know that you are responsible for your life. People can help you along the way. They can influence you in good and bad ways. They can mentor you. They can sponsor you. But your life is yours, and ultimately, you are responsible. Someone may help you make decisions. Someone may make decisions for you that you trust, like a parent, a friend, or a mentor, but you will live with the outcomes of those decisions. Or you may decide that to not confer with anyone and to make your own decisions. Regardless of your choice, please know that you are responsible for your life. Number 2, believe in yourself. What is the narrative that you want to write for your life? You get to decide where you want to go from here. Today, in many ways, is a continuation, but it is also a new beginning. You have to act like you dream for what you dream for your life. Therefore, your act or your actions should be aligned to your dreams, your goals, and your aspirations. And third, you need to dream, set goals, and have aspirations, but you also have to create habits to assure that your goals will be met. What are habits? Habits are things or behaviors that we routinely, consistently, and regularly do. Habits are patterns of behavior. Tom Hopkins posits that if you repeat anything in your life Long enough, it will become you. First, you make your habits, and then your habits make you. Stephen Covey wrote a book and developed a lifetime of success around his leadership program entitled 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. The first habit is to be proactive. It's the habit of choice, proactive rather than reactive. Reactive people allow outside influences, their mood, their feelings, and circumstances to control their response. Proactive people pause to allow themselves the freedom to choose their response based on principles and desired results. So choose your response to situations carefully and choose to be proactive. And what does it mean to not live the dream? To live by default, to allow someone else to decide for you. I think Langston Hughes says it best in his poem entitled Harlem. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat, or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load, or does it explode? Langston Hughes explains what could happen to dreams that are deferred or put on hold. Through each line of his poem, Hughes suggests that readers make their dream a top priority if they expect them to come true. Graduates, please make your dream a priority. You must be obedient to your needs and your life plans. I hope that each of you can respond to the question, how are you doing, with the resounding, I'm living the dream. Please pick your friends wisely and remember that friendship is essential to the soul. I pray that your life is abundantly successful and full of promising opportunities. Congratulations and enjoy your graduation day. Love you, Dr. B.
Good evening. My name is Donnell Cannon, and I've had the pleasure of serving as the principal of the class of 2020 for the last 4 years. And just 4 years ago, we all started out on a new journey. You guys were entering an unfamiliar world as freshmen at North, and I was taking my very first steps as a young principal. We were pretty excited, ready to walk into what was next, and incredibly nervous because the path ahead was a bit unknown. Well, family, we're together again in a similar moment. Well, this moment is a bit different for 2 reasons. One, I'm no longer that young principal. 2, you guys are no longer nervous and exciting freshmen. You're graduating seniors. This particular moment is a semblance of the first moment that we shared, because you're now embarking on a new journey into another unfamiliar world. And this time, just like the last, you already have what you need to go the distance. See, what you may not have realized is that while we spent the last 4 years teaching you and pouring into you, you were teaching us. And you taught me. And because of the valuable, transformative lessons you have given me, I'm a better leader and a better human having known you. I would like to take some time tonight to package what you've given me and give it back to you as you prepare to stand boldly in your futures. Gaspar, you taught me how to remain resilient and positive in the face of any challenges. Thank you. Juanicia, you taught me to remain wildly optimistic about what's possible in my life. Thank you. Devante, you taught me to not to settle for the default settings in life. You taught me to find my loves, find my passions, find my talents, and embrace them. Traquan, you taught me that honesty and candor has its beauty. Thank you, guys. Darius, you taught me to always do the right thing, even when the right thing is the hard thing. Thank you. Elijah, you taught me to know my value and what I have to offer and never settle for anything less than what I've earned. Thank you. Ashanti, you taught me that I can be proof positive, that I can be authentically myself and I still can succeed. And there's not one right way to do things. Thanks. Jarrell, you taught me how to persevere to get to the outcomes I want. Thank you. Anaya, you taught me that being myself is the only way to truly live. Kenquavius, you taught me the power in small gestures and creating a welcoming space for others. Janaya, you taught me that everything that occurs in life has a meaning and a purpose, and there are no random experiences. The goal is to learn from it all. Deshaun, you taught me to just play the game, to give it all I've got, because every little bit counts. Noah, you taught me that I have to chart my own course in this world, explore the paths that are untraveled, and that's where the true beauty of life exists. And I get to decide who I am in this world. Thank you. Antonio, you taught me how to be genuinely interested in others. Raekwon, you taught me that opening up to someone who cares can heal all wounds. Sometimes it's bring the hope that's needed and required to go further. Saquon, you taught me that there's beauty in lifting others up. Chance, you taught me how to forgive and that every day is a fresh start and I must always strive for just that. Darren, you taught me the power of allowing others to be seen and to be heard. Thank you. Kitawa, you taught me that U-turns are allowed in life. So turn around when I must. And there's a big difference between giving up and starting over in the right direction. Thank you. Markel, you taught me the importance of always being there for the people you love. Lakaya, you taught me the powerful lessons can come from unexpected places. And we have to use those lessons to clarify what we really want and how we want to live. Valicia, you taught me to always run towards my curiosities, run toward the things that grow me and challenge me, and commit to the things that help my values become practice. And Jaquan, you taught me that I don't have to live my life on the default setting. I can customize life, just like you customize your sneakers. Darkethian, you taught me to always hold my commitments. And when I commit to something, I should give it full contact. James, you taught me that there's power in agency. Jacqueline, as a young leader in our ROTC program, you taught me the power of always walking into my gifts, even when people think you're not quite ready for what's up next. Thank you. Ebony, you taught me how to take care of the people around me. Thank you. Shakayla, you taught me how to look for unlikely allies and the importance of connecting with people. Eric, you taught me that whatever I do, I must be all in. I got to live out the details of my life. every single moment of it. Thank you. Chanel, you taught me that new opportunities are out there and they're waiting for me. And I must be ready to learn, be ready for a challenge, and be ready to keep imagining radically what my life can be. Thank you. Jalen, you taught me to dream of who I want to become and begin to walk right into that, like right now. Thank you. Ovisha, you taught me the power of happiness. You helped me realize that there's goodness everywhere you look. Thank you. Nikita, you taught me that if I want a better view of the sky, I have to be willing to climb the trees. Thank you. Blythe, you taught me to love fearlessly. Every human is deserving of it. You taught me that empathy is where the love for the human experience is realized. Devontae Pierce, you taught me that great things come from being adaptable, being open, being accepting, and being spontaneous. Chezzy, you taught me that if I ever fall, I have to get up. Every single time. Thank you. Shadel, you taught me that truly the most important reason for moving from one place to another is to see what's in between. And in between is where passions are realized and love is found and strength is gained and priceless lifelong moments are made. Thank you. Kalia, you taught me how to be a truly alive, compassionate human. And that having compassion for what someone else is experiencing is in itself a superpower. Baldomero, you taught me the importance of living out your commitments. David, you taught me the power of curiosity. And the way curiosity flourished is by remembering you don't lose anything by asking questions. Just live in the curious place. Thank you. Giselle, you taught me that sometimes solitude is important too. Sometimes you have to be alone to hear the beat of your own heart. Sometimes you have to learn the sound of it. Curtis, you taught me to live in the moment and to make it so beautiful that it's worth remembering. Thank you. Ajir, you taught me to always focus on what I love, what shows my gifts, and what brings me joy and brings me passion. Thank you. Greg, you taught me the power of resilience and the power of getting up every time. Thank you. Marvin, you taught me to approach everything I do with a relentless work ethic, with relentless drive and passion and ambition. Thank you. And Xavier, you taught me that finding joy wherever it exists is a gift, and that sometimes it's okay to just laugh. And Jakir, you taught me to show up in the fullness of who I am and not who people think I should be. Thank you. There are just a few, these are just a few lessons that you've taught me to help me live a worthwhile life. One filled with purpose. And I'm deeply grateful to have had each of you in my life over the past 4 years. Now, take this gift, the one that you gave me, and go out and give it to the world. Continue to focus on what you love. Focus on what shows your brilliance and what inspires you. You go after what sets a fire in your heart, and you use that fire to light up the world. Each of you have celestial potential, and the sky is not the limit for you. It is the beginning. Again, I'm eternally grateful that I've had the opportunity to be a part of your lives. And our community and our school are better because you were here. With so much love in my heart, Mr. Cannon. We will now take a moment to recognize all of the honor graduates of the class of 2020. CTE honor graduates. ECPS, Career and Technical Education Honor Society, honors student achievement and leadership in career and technical education, promotes educational excellence, awards scholarships, and enhances career opportunities. The students have maintained an overall GPA of 3.0, completed a CTE pathway, have an average grade of 80 in their CTE courses, completed Common Core Math 3, and have been recommended by their CTE instructors. We're proud to have the following scholars in the ECPS CTE Honor Society at North Edgecombe High School. Devontae Barnes, Ashanti Cherry, Felicia King, Ebony Lyons, Chanel Motley, Ovisha Pierce, Nikita Perry, Blythe Phillips, and David Rhea. Let's take a moment to recognize these scholars. The North Carolina Scholars. The North Carolina State Board of Education approved the North Carolina Scholars Program in March of 1983 to recognize high school seniors who completed requirements for an academically challenging high school program. Over the years, there have been revisions. Its first revision was in 1990, with the name of the program being changed to the North Carolina Academic Scholars Program. In 2002, revisions were made to promote a rigorous academic study as well as keeping in tune with the graduation requirements. In July 2009, the State Board of Education revised the Academic Scholars Program requirements to bring them into alignment with the Future Ready Core graduation requirements and incorporate options for innovative high schools. These requirements are now in effect for students who entered the 9th grade for the first time in 2009 through 2010 or after. Students who completed the requirements for an academically challenging high school program will be named North Carolina Academic Scholars and receive a cord as recognition for meeting the requirements for a North Carolina scholar. Students must have an overall unweighted grade point average of 3.5 or above. We are proud to acknowledge the following members of the class of 2020 as North Carolina Scholars. Elijah Bryant, Jacqueline Lopez Calistro, Chanel Motley, Nikita Perry, and Blythe Phillips. Please join us in recognizing these scholars. Honor graduates. Students must have a cumulative average of 3.83. Honor graduates who are not members of the National Honor Society will be receiving gold cords. Students with cumulative averages of 3.83 who accepted the invitation to join the Sylvia Shaw chapter of the National Honor Society are receiving blue and gold tassels and cords. They were accepted and inducted by meeting the required criteria of good character in academics. This distinguished recognition acknowledges the hard work and dedication of these individuals. We're proud to recognize all honor students who are members of the class of 2020. Elijah Bryant, Jacqueline Lopez Calistro, Chanel Motley, Nikita Perry, and Blythe Phillips. Please join us in recognizing these scholars. Salutatorian and Valedictorian. The Salutatorian and Valedictorian are chosen using the following criteria as outlined by the Edgecombe County Board of Education. The Salutatorian is a student with the second highest rank in the graduating class. The Valedictorian is a student with the highest rank in the graduating class. To be declared the Salutatorian or the Valedictorian, a student must have been enrolled in the school the final 2 semesters during which credit toward selection is earned. The status is determined after the second 6 weeks of semester 8. We're proud to honor 2 hardworking, deserving individuals with these distinct honors. Please stand as your name is called. The Salutatorian for the class of 2020 is Ms. Chanel Motley. The Valedictorian for the class of 2020 is Miss Nikita Perry. Congratulations to these well-deserving students. Thank you.
Greetings. I now have the distinct pleasure of calling the class of 2020 to the stage as we present their diplomas. Gaspar Andres Diego. Quanicia Ashanti Arrington. Devante Raekwon Barnes. Traquan Levon Branch. Darius Jamar Brown. Elijah Kevon Bryant. Ashanti Lachey Cherry. Jarrell Demon Cherry. Anaya Nashawn Davis. Kenquavius Demadian Davis. Janiyah Brene Dickens. Deshawn Tajay Edwards. Noah Michael Fay. Antonio Brian Flores Aguilar. Raekwon Deontay Gunter. Saquon Darrell Harrison. Chance Donnell Harvey. Darren Terrell Hinton Jr. Kitawa Aquarius Daquan Hopkins. Markel Tyreek Hudson. Lakaya Denasia Johnson. Verlicia Janae King. Jaquan Tremaine Knight. Darkethian Devon Lancaster. James Daniel Leyva Castaneda. Jacqueline Lopez Calistro. Ebony Marche Lyons. Shakayla Natavia McKinney. Eric Lamar Moss. Chanel Francis Motley. Jalen Tyrese Murphy. Elvisha Matei Pierce. Nikita Sherelle Perry. Blythe Tanae Phillips. Devontae Markeith Pierce. Chastelia Nashe Porter. Shadel Zamal Howell. Kalia Teresa Pruitt. Valdemara Rada Lopez. David Rea. Giselle Rivas Jordan. Curtis Raheem Sessoms, Jr. Ajir Bernard Sharp. Gregory Andrea Tillery, Jr. Marvin O'Neill Tucker, Jr. Dixavian Matry Whitehead. Jakira Chanel Winstead.
Greetings, Superintendent Dr. Bridges, members of the school board, Mr. Cannon, staff, parents, and my fellow graduates of the class of 2020. Today may not be the way we visualize celebrating our graduation over the years, but it's an honor and to be given this privilege. Today gives each and every one of us a different type of emotion. Some are excited about starting a new chapter in life, some are relieved to be done with high school, and some are sad because they don't know what to expect next. However, one thing that today will bring all of us is the opportunity to celebrate and remember the bittersweet moments from this chapter of our lives. When I was creating this speech, I was stuck. It was hard to find the right things to say and pull everything together because this is the moment we've been waiting for. The journey we endured was long, but the time moved so fast. It feels like just yesterday we were beginning freshman year. Over the course of high school, we faced a lot of challenges, some harder than others, but we managed to get through them all. One thing my time in North Edgecombe has shown me is that it's perfectly fine not to have all the pieces to your puzzle. You always have to stay open-minded because most things that you do in life are trial and error, but over time, your puzzle pieces will fall in place. As I began to craft what I wanted to leave my fellow classmates with today, I began to think of an important story that was shared with me. My sophomore year, I went to NC State for Emerging Scholars Academy, where I learned about a bird named Sankofa. The story is based on an African proverb. It is not taboo to go back and fetch that which you have forgotten. Sankofa grows up in her community being confident in herself and loving everything about life. One day she leaves the village to see the world and meets a bird that insults her and causes her to have self-doubt. After the encounter, Sankofa returns to the village to find herself. With the support of her friends and ancestors, she began to return to a sense of self-knowledge and had forgotten about the insults that the bird had given her. The village then carved a sculpture of Sankofa with her neck turned backwards to remind others that she had forgotten where she had came. I wanted to share this story because we are all about to venture out in adulthood. If times ever start to get rough, know that it's okay to come back to the things that are familiar, even if that means coming back to where you came from, to find that little push to get you through your struggles. Each one of us has something special to bring to the world. Never give up on your dreams or allow anyone to influence you to make a different choice. Do what matters the most to you, because at the end of the day, it is your life. You have to make the most out of it. I know this chapter won't be easy, but I believe in each and every one of us that we will overcome every obstacle that is thrown our way. As we prepare to move to the next step in our journey, let us hold dear the knowledge that our success and lives are before us. Our past is behind us, and our memories are forever with us.
Graduates, we're eternally grateful that we've had the opportunity to be a part of your lives. Your potential is limitless, and your future is bold. Realize your greatest ambitions. Break down barriers to opportunities. And remember to be a force for change. Now your legacies begin. Set your goals high, and don't stop until you get there. You show up, you dive in, you stay at it, and you hit your wagons to something bigger than yourselves. Your leadership will have a profound impact on the world. Go out and carry the hard work forward. With you, I believe the future of this community is in good hands. With that, will the class of 2020 please stand? Members of the Edgecombe County Board of Education and Superintendent Dr. Bridges, our class of 2020 has met the requirements set by the State Board of Education for high school graduation. Therefore, as principal of North Edgecombe High School and the power vested in me by the Edgecombe County Board of Education, our superintendent, and the state of North Carolina, I now pronounce you graduates of North Edgecombe High School with all rights and privileges afforded hereby. North Edgecombe High School class of 2020, you may now turn your tassels. Will everyone now join me in saluting the North Edgecombe High School newest graduates? Thank you.